What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Astraeos Season 2. Last we left off, we did a lot. We tamed a max level Rex, which is, I think, in my inventory. Yeah, we tamed a max level Paleo Rex, as well as taming this beautiful S Dino Mod, which I believe is in my inventory. But yeah, the S Dino Mod was kind of gorgeous. Didn't have the greatest stats, but we got a normal Dinosuchus, which ended up having really good stats. 57 into health. That's pretty good. So this is our female Dinosuchus. I haven't really named it yet. I will get a male at some point, and then we could start breeding them up. But yeah, in today's video, I'd like to see if we could tame a couple more S creatures. I was reading up on the mod page for them, and apparently some of them have really cool tricks. Like with the Astraeos, it's like a traditional knockout tame rather than the special way of taming the normal one, as well as you can shoot off the back of it. A lot of the creatures you couldn't shoot off the back of, you can with their S variants, like the S Meguana, that's another one. That's the first thing we're going to tame. I'd also like to get an S Ankylo and an S Doedicurus, because apparently they can farm more than 50% capacity when they're on their own. Oh, and also we managed to get this S Aloe right here. It's like all pink. It kind of looks nice. I don't think there's anything special about the S Aloe. Only a certain amount of creatures have like special abilities. Oh, and also the S Dire Bears are like 20% larger than regular Dire Bears. We're gonna have to check that out. So, for the Dire Bear, we'd have to like get like a regular Dire Bear and an S Dire Bear just to see the size comparison. But yeah, anyway, that's what we're gonna do in today's episode. So first things first, we are going to tame the S Meguana. First things first. We're gonna give Sally a break and use this owl griffin that we got here. This imprinted owl griffin. I haven't really thought of a name for it yet. I'm trying to think of some Greek-inspired names for these guys. So, now, this S Meguana, it was like a 140. I think it was like somewhere over here. There it is. There's the one we want. 140 S Meguana. Alright, one dart should be enough to knock it out. A game, thank you. And of course, if we find another one, we'll breed them up at some point. And down it goes. Awesome. All it took was one dart. Alright. So 16 into health, 27 into melee. Doesn't seem that great. I mean, the melee does, but the health, not so much. Alright. And I will let you guys know when our first S creature has been tamed up. I will see you guys in a little bit. And there we have it. S Meguana has been tamed. Now let's go ahead and, I guess we could bring it back to base, but at the same time, what I kind of want to do is just keep going around looking for S creatures to tame. I'd love to see if we can get an S Astraeos, because those are like traditional knockout tames, apparently. We could just knock them out and feed them that way, which is pretty awesome. And, yeah. Oh, and also, there was an update. The, Arc Edition's Dinotherium is officially in the game now. It's like an in-game creature. The base game, anyway. So you can find them on the island and the center and possibly other places. Oh, and I'd also like to tame a Fenrir at some point. Or an S Diodon. That would be awesome to see. Alright, so in the snow biome, we should find, like, S Fenrirs, S Diodons. The Diodons have, like, an AoE attack. I think that's one right there. And they have base stats like a Rex. Oh, no, that is a Fenrir. Level 55. Not the greatest level. We're gonna kill you. We can do better than that. Alright. I'll look around and I'll let you guys know when I find something that piques my interest. Okay, there's a 145 S Diodon. 21 into health, 25 into melee to start with. Okay. I am going to have to take these guys out, though. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, this guy's fast. And it looks like the S Deodons are actually a lot smaller, it looks like. 14,000 torpor. Yeah, I've heard they have, like, the base stats of a Rex. So they're actually a lot stronger. More... Oh, I think I just attacked it by accident. Crap. Yeah, I did. Okay, I can't afford to do any more of those. Okay, these guys are fast, and they look to be a lot smaller than regular Deodons. Yeah, they got the base stats of a Rex. At least that's what I've heard. Oh, yeah, they are quick. Oh, of course I shot the Griffin by accident. Oh, 259 for one hit, and it's down. Okay, cool. Alright. This guy actually looks to be a lot smaller than a regular one, okay? Are you on passive? You are now. Alright. So you tame with 3 kibble. Okay, so yeah, you got the base stats of a Rex. 21 into health, 25 into melee. We'll have to see what you're all about. Alright, and you look to be a lot smaller. Yeah. And you're faster, too. Alright, I'll let you guys know when this Deodon's fully tamed. I'll see you guys in a little bit. And there we have it. S Deodon has been tamed. And yeah, definitely smaller compared to a regular Deodon. Let's see if we can find maybe an S Fenrir that's worth taming. I'd like to get an S Ankylo as well. There's a 140 S Ankylo. We'll definitely grab that. Kill that RG. Okay, hold on. This guy actually looks a little larger. Are you larger? And down it goes. Hold on, does that count as it being in the water? Let's find out. I think it does. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to save that. I don't know. Yeah, its oxygen is going down. Not too quickly. You know what? I might let you guys know if I'm able to save this guy. And there we have it. S Ankylo has been tamed. I don't know how I managed to do it, but it was able to... It had enough oxygen for me to handle it. For some reason. Don't know why, it just did. Alright. What's next on our agenda? Let's maybe see if we could find an S Dodicarus. Or an S, what's it called? S Fenrir. Or maybe even an S Dire Bear. That might be awesome. Apparently those guys are a lot bigger than regular ones. Okay, 140. That's perfect. A 140 Fenrir. Let's go. I was gonna say, that didn't do any torpor to him? No, it did. It's got about 11,000 torpor to begin with. Okay, alright, can you, like, stay in my sight? Line of view. There we go. Down goes the Fenrir. Starting with 22 into health, 26 into melee. That's pre-tamed, keep in mind. Alright, so we're going to see if we can tame this guy. How much kibble do you need? Just the one. Oh, I thought you were getting attacked. No, you were just eating. Okay, cool. Alright, I will let you guys know when this guy is fully tamed. I'll see you guys in a little bit. And there we have it. 140 Fenrir has been tamed. We're going to have to see if all these guys are worth it. Alright, now what I want to do, we've tamed up 4 S creatures. So I want to see if we can find one more. Maybe a Dodicarus or a Cerato. Either one will do nicely. Alright, so I will see you guys once I find either an S Cerato, an S Dodicarus, or an S Dire Bear. Are there S Equus? I don't think I read Equus on the list. There probably is. What do you... There is an S Unicorn. It's only a level 20, but it's there. I'm sorry, little buddy. We can do better than that. Sorry. Okay, so after a little bit of searching, here's a 145 Serrato. I need to go ahead and take out this Stego. Just take out everything in the area real quick. That's an Estodicarus level 90. Alright, cool. Alright, just keep tanking them. Alright, and oh, Jesus. And I think he's down. We've got ants attacking us, so give me a second while I take care of these ants. Hey, no, where are you going? There's also a couple of Carnos. We need to be careful of that. 2 extraordinary kibble coming right up. I'll give you a couple more just in case. Alright. I will let you guys know when this guy's... Excuse me for 1 second. While I kill these Carnos. Alright, as I was saying, I will see you guys in a little bit once this guy is fully tamed. And there we have it. Serrato has been tamed. 140. 145 even. I gave it some extra kibble just in case it wasn't enough. But like, yeah, we got that. Alright, so we've gotten 5 different S creatures. We got an Ankylo, a Diodon, a Fenrir, a Serrato, and the Meguana. Now, I'd like to see what we've got for, like, stats and whatever. I will make a saddle for each and every one of them, and then we'll see what we have in store. Alright, so I don't think the Fenrir has a saddle, does it? It does have armor. Okay, that's pretty expensive. Alright, and I'm back. I managed to get all the saddles ready to go, at least the ones we need. We needed the Fenrir and the Diodon saddle. So let's take that out, the Diodon saddle. I don't know if I had a better one on me. Alright, let's get the Ankylo out. Here we go. Just so we have it. Oh, and one of the... I don't think... Did I ever... Yeah, I made a saddle for the Serrato. Yeah, it's right here. Alright, cool. Alright, we got that. Let's check out the stats of some of our creatures. Now, I think the one we're going to mainly go for is the Serrato. So let's start with the Ankylo, something we could, like, care less about. What are your stats? In 3, 2, 1. 32 into health, 39 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 32 into weight, 35 into melee. Pretty well-rounded. Let's see what you look like. Okay, you're kind of gorgeous. You know what? Let's take the other Ankylo out for, like, size comparison. Yeah, no, you're around the same size. I thought maybe it was, like, a little smaller, but I guess not. I'm sure you take just a regular... Yeah, you do. Alright, cool. You are a lot slower, though. A lot slower. Yeah, oh. That's because we're over-encumbered. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we were over-encumbered. That's why we were so slow. You know, I'm going to take these building supplies and I'm just going to harvest them. You know what? Ankylo, come with me. Alright, I just put some stuff away. Alright, this is take 2. So the Ankylo is pretty well-rounded. In the 30s. I mean, the 40s would have been better, but the 30s are pretty good too. Alright, let's take our S Ankylo out for a spin. Now, apparently you grab more stuff and you have more of a weight reduction with other resources. Let's see what you can do. Yeah, you're pretty much the same as just a regular Ankylo. Nothing too special. It's just you can farm a lot more, I guess. And 2.6, 17. Yeah. Yeah, the weight reduction is definitely there. What about stone? 46. Yeah, metal. Basically metal. It has a reduction towards metal. Alright, yeah, nothing too special. Figured I'd check you out first. Alright, who should we check out next? What about the S Meguana? Alright, Sally, you might be going into retirement soon. Because the S Meguana you can actually shoot off the back of it. Alright. Meguana. Alright, let's check out your stats in 3, 2, 1. 31 into health, 38 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 41 into weight, 41 into melee. Okay. Pretty good. Alright, let's put the saddle onto you. Wait, what were your stats? 25. Yeah, you had, like, terrible melee. This guy definitely has better melee. Alright, you might be going into retirement soon. I have leveled you up a bunch. Alright, let's take you out for a spin, and... Yep, we can shoot off the back of you now. We couldn't do that with the normal Meguana. 117. Okay. It's a Meguana. What did you expect? Wait, can I shoot off the back of you while I'm gliding? Yes, okay. I don't think you can do anything new. 293 for the right click. Alright. Let's move on to the... I guess the Diodon. We'll move on to that next. Alright. Let's get our Diodon out. And let's see what your stats are in 3, 2, 1. 30 into health. Alright. 45 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares. 33 into weight, 42 into melee. Okay, could be better. The melee's good. And you look to be a lot smaller than a regular Diodon. Yeah, you're definitely smaller. And you're not as fast as you were in the wild. It has an AoE attack. I don't know what that means. Alright. 636. That's not bad. And we could shoot off the back of you. Something with the base stats of a Rex that we can shoot off the back of you. We move pretty weird. Okay, can we not play Ring Around the Rosie? Thank you. Damn. Alright, that's what left click does, the regular bite. Does right click do anything? Okay, we gotta try that out. 1,500 damage. That's pretty awesome. No Dragonfly, that's my food. Does C do anything? Alright, C does nothing. X does nothing. Control does nothing. Alright, so you pretty much just, you're pretty much just a better version of the Diodon. Okay, you're pretty cool. And you look to be a lot smaller as well. And you got, like, the base stats of a Rex, pretty much. Now, I might try and, like, try and tame... Maybe I could try and tame a male. And we could see if we can have a breeding pair. Alright, let's move on to the Fenrir. Kind of going through these relatively quick. Alright, let's see. 3, 2, 1. 38 into health. Alright, cool. 32 into stamina. Oxygen, food, no one cares. 30 into weight. 34 into melee. Not the greatest stats, but not the worst stats either. And, of course, we've got the armor. Wait, can I... Yeah, we can ride you without the armor. We'll put the armor onto you. Just so you have more of it. Alright, now this guy should have the abilities that its ASC counterpart had. So left click does 452. That's not bad. And then right click. What is that? An ice bite. We have an ice bite. 633. Okay. Does C do anything? The howl. Oh, yeah. Frigid armor. That just gives us extra armor. Okay. What does the bite do now? 633? Or the right click? 452. I don't think it increases our damage that much. And then C wears it off. We always have the spikes. That's what I've also heard. Well, let's fight this Deinonychus real quick. Stacked bleeding. I think that's what the Deinonychus has for some reason. And we can shoot off the back of you, right? Of course we can. Awesome. Alright. And last but not least, the Cerato. Let's see what kind of stats you had. 3, 2, 1. 35 into health, okay. 40 into stamina. Oxygen, food, no one cares. 44 into weight, 31 into melee. So if the weight and the stamina could have been switched with the health and the melee, we could have had something really good. Alright, let's equip the saddle onto you and see what you're capable of. And we can shoot off the back of you as well, which is awesome. Alright, let's see. Oh, you look cool. You honestly look cool. I love, like, the bright yellow mouth and the yellow claws and whatever. Alright, let's not make the same mistake we made with the Paleo Rex and attack some unsuspecting EO Carcarias. Alright, that kind of broke my charge. Let's see how much damage we do anyway. Are you really still chasing me? Alright, we need to get out of here. I'd rather you not chase me. Okay, get out the way so I can get out of here. Okay, they're just gonna chase me till the end of time, aren't they? Come on, run a little faster. I can't run any faster. Alright, there we go. Finally. Yeah, that took a lot of damage. I need to run away so they're not chasing me anymore. Alright, I don't think they should be chasing me anymore. Alright, let's continue this. Right-click does 364. 227 for the left click. Does C do anything? C does nothing. X does nothing. And control is the roar, obviously. Alright, we should be good. And we start with 3,900 health. So, out of the creatures, I'd probably have to say my favorite is probably the Fenrir, because it just looks cool. And it obviously does a lot of damage. Though then again, the Diodon does a lot of damage. This one has like the base stats of a Rex for whatever reason. Alright, that was the same gang that kept chasing me. Shall we use this Rex to bring them out? They have that bleed though. I don't want the Rex to die, that's the thing. Alright, you go over here. How many levels do you have? 72? I'll tell you what. We'll bring this guy up to 100,000. Heal him first. And then we'll go after the EO Carcarias. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright, so I'll see you guys in a little bit once this guy's fully healed. And then we'll go after these guys. Alright, and we're fully healed. I've leveled this guy up. We have 100,000 health and about 12,000 melee. So now we should be able to, yep, just kill them one by one. That's for attacking my Cerato. There's a 54 Legacy Rex. I'm just going to take it out real quick. There we go. Alright. So we got a bunch of S creatures. I'm gonna bring the Fenrir back out. I thought I heard something. We're gonna bring the Fenrir back out, and then maybe have it go up against this Astral Raptor as like a final test. This guy is kind of my favorite because he just looks cool. Let's get you up to say, and you can breed these guys by the way. 50,000 health. Get the weight up a bit, the stamina, and then just put the rest into melee. Alright, we should be good to go. We still got about 5,800 health. We're only going after an Alpha Raptor. It shouldn't be too bad. There we go. We did it. We got him, and we got 39 more levels from that. Let's see if we can get you to 100,000. Yeah, there we go. And then just put the rest into excuse me. No, you don't attack me and then just run away from me. That's not how that works. Alright. We got that going. So yeah, today was a pretty good day. We tamed a bunch of S creatures like this Fenrir. Actually, you look really cool now that I have you up close. And with that, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.